Hi, everyone. My name is Mark Fairhurst, and I lead the growth team at Mercatus. Mercatus is one of the leading shopper engagement and digital commerce solution providers in North America, and we serve the grocery retail space. It's a pleasure to be with you, and my team asked me to do one of our top shelf spotlights, and I'm thrilled to be able to offer some perspective on an article that I read last week in the Wall Street Journal. The article itself is from Rachel Wolfe, a highly respected analyst at the newspaper, and it's called "The End for the Moment of One-Stop Shopping." And it's essentially talking about how Americans are dividing their food shopping among more stores just to save money. In a nutshell, the article touches on three main points. As inflation impacts household budgets, American consumers are diversifying their grocery shopping by visiting more stores and seeking out additional deals. And this has increased the number of different retailers they shop from. And one stat Rachel quotes in the article says it's increased by at least 23% compared to 4 years ago. I think most of us anecdotally recognize this, but it's also showing up in some of the numbers that Brick Meets Click and Mercatus have been tracking for many months over the last 4 years. The second point the article makes is that shoppers are employing strategies like meal planning and taking advantage of promotions and loyalty programs to manage rising grocery costs which now consume the largest portion of household budgets in the last 30 years. And the third point the article makes is that retailers are responding by focusing on differentiation and competitive pricing, particularly when it comes to private label products and introducing additional store brands. And this is leading to a shift in consumer shopping habits toward multi-stop shopping to optimize savings on groceries. I think where we've been seeing this in particular is in the online grocery space. Some of the latest data points we've been tracking, and this is data that's coming from April 2024's eGrocery sales report that is done by Brick Meets Click and supported by Mercatus. The first data point I want to go over is online share of grocery spending in April 24 climbed to almost 13%. And this was aided by strong gains in large metro markets, particularly in that 30 to 44-year-old bracket, which is what we define as the core eGrocery buying group. Another data point is the fact that higher income households, those over $50,000 a year, continue to shift a larger percentage of grocery spend online. April, it approached almost 12%. The monthly active user base for supermarkets retracted a little bit. It's now at about 30% of the total monthly active user base in April shopped online at a supermarket versus 51% who shopped at a mass merchant, namely Walmart. And that's up from 46% from last year. The fourth point that I wanted to share is that the share of grocery monthly active users that also order groceries from a mass merchant, Walmart, Target, surged to almost 34%. That's almost a full percentage point above April of 2023. However, supermarkets still took the top spot as the primary format for groceries in April 2024, but the mass merchant customer base remained more likely than other households to buy groceries online and to do so from mass merchants as their primary grocer. So what's going on here? I think what Kevin Coop had to say of the Morning Newsbeat is appropriate. He said that many retailers have done a subpar job of communicating value, not price, but value. And it's important to state here that price and value are not necessarily the same thing. Kevin says that the question retailers have to consider is whether these consumer shifts will persist beyond the moment the higher inflationary environment is this really a permanent shift in terms of customer behavior, or will things go back to normal when the recessionary environment retreats? At least over the last 4 years, we've seen the growing shift from supermarket online shopping to mass merchant. And if supermarkets don't deploy strategies to counteract this behavior, it could very well end up being a permanent shift. So I think there's three things that supermarkets and conventional grocers can do to address the challenge of cross-shopping. One, it's around enhanced personalization and loyalty programs. I think the thinking here is that supermarkets are sitting on a treasure trove of shopper information. Supermarkets need to do a better job of leveraging data analytics to offer personalized shopping experiences that are difficult or can be more difficult for mass merchants to replicate. The value of understanding shopper behavior to tailor your online offerings and promotions cannot be overstated. So how do you go about doing this? I think developing a robust loyalty program that is focused on rewarding frequent shoppers with personalized discounts, exclusive offers, and even early access to new products would be a good first step. And utilize that customer purchase history to send targeted promotions and suggestions via multiple communication channels: web, mobile app, SMS, and email. And these offers should be able to encourage shoppers to choose the supermarket over mass merchants for specific needs. The second recommendation for conventional grocers to combat the shift in cross-shopping to mass merchants: focused differentiation through specialty and local products. Really assess your assortment. One area where I think conventional grocers can distinguish themselves is the variety and uniqueness of your assortment. Emphasizing local and specialty products can attract customers looking for items that typically are not available at a mass merchant. So how do you go about doing this? Expand the range of locally sourced and artisanal products. Create dedicated sections for these items in-store and online, and market them through bespoke, customized content, better storytelling that highlights the origin, quality, and even the exclusivity of these products to your local banner. And engage with local producers to host events or tastings that can turn shopping from a weekly chore more into a community experience. My third recommendation is really focused around driving home the emphasis on convenience in an omnichannel environment. We all know that the convenience of shopping is a significant factor for consumers deciding where to shop. Supermarkets need to compete not just in-store but online, where mass merchants admittedly have a strong presence. I think one great tactic is to enhance the online shopping platform experience. Work with your first-party provider. Look at the customer journey. Understand where the bumps in the road are from browsing to checkout, and work in partnership to smooth out the checkout experience. Implement services like curbside, but also add in incentives to shape customer demand. Make it convenient for the customer to pick up those items that the order on their timetable rather than yours. Variable service fees based on pickup time is a great tactic to employ. And it also has the added benefit of helping the retailer manage the resource allocation in store for picking those products. Another sore point with customers is out of stocks. Ask yourself as a retailer, what are you doing to address those out of stock situations that can have a really sour impact when it comes to the customer experience? And I also think linking mobile experiences through online and in-store activities is another great step. Adding items such as navigation aids, instant coupon reduction. I think by implementing these strategies, conventional grocers can better compete with mass merchants by creating a unique value proposition that resonate with today's diverse customer base. If you have any thoughts or comments on what I've shared here today, we'd love to hear it. Don't hesitate to reach out. Also encourage you to continue subscribing and following Mercatus and digging into the great content we have online. Till next time, thank you.